My name is Fran. I'm a 100% Dominican, raised in Lawrence, Massachusetts, and I am an artist and a neo-humanitarian. And I'm 22 years old. Yeah. I don't think Lawrence is that much different. I think maybe when I was young, I was a little bit ignorant to what was actually in Lawrence, so it has become different. But that doesn't mean it has changed. I've gotten into learning now that even before me, there was always an artistic community in Lawrence. Even before me, there were entrepreneurs. Even before me, there were developing business. Everything that we have now was here 10, 20, 30 years ago, and it just keeps going in a cycle. So for when I was younger, I just was ignorant to it. I didn't know about it. I was a school kid. My parents kept me home. So it's when I became older and I got to explore my city where I finally realized a lot of these things were here, but they were always here. I had the desire to start a new project. I really wanted to get into it. Before then, I was doing videos, I guess less serious topics, and I wanted to dive into something more, something that's out of my comfort zone. So that's one reason, and also just getting the feedback from the community. I think I posted something on Facebook, and people were like, "Yeah, you should do it." And after getting that encouragement, that really told me it is something I should do. I think storytelling has become it's becoming something that it used to be in the past, something that higher classes could only do. So how could I explain this? Wealthier individuals were the ones who had camera equipment, who could even take photography, who could record history, who had the equipment to record history. But in the ghettos, people lack that. So now that story remains untold unless they become a writer, unless unless it's the other way around where the news is coming in looking for the story. People don't really get to tell their own story. So I find myself as like a kind of a catalyst and somebody who wanted to get these stories that never been told and get them out there and record them in history. First thing, I want to see improvements in myself. I want to be able to grow as an individual, and with that, I want the city to start looking at its youth as instruments, as resources, and start investing in the youth, investing in development, not only for sustainable housing or redeveloping the aesthetic of the city, but thinking about how can we make sure that the youth coming up has a healthy future where they're eating right, where they are making enough to live, where there's opportunities and diverse options. I sometimes see the city as a McDonald's menu where I don't see it like that anymore, but it's like you have this big old menu with so many options, but all the options are trash. They're all, there's not real options, So I would love to see the diversity of opportunity, if that makes sense. If a child chooses to be a rocket scientist here in Lawrence, he's gonna find something there's gonna be opportunity for him. You know what I mean? I would love to see that. I think there's a lot of collaboration in Lawrence. I think there's a lot of great people with amazing ideas, and Lawrence is starting to gain a name for itself. amongst other communities in Massachusetts. I think Lawrence has something very special because of its size, and it's like people are forced to communicate here in Lawrence. Like you can't really have an enemy. You have to have conversation and have a dialogue. And I think in the future of Lawrence, like the future, I can't say it, but like I feel like Lawrence is going to be some sort of utopia, or like it's going to be some sort of like they're gonna do something really special with the way they take care of people, with the way they use space, because it has to, so, because of its limits. Yeah.